Hey guys, it's Sunday afternoon. I got a late start today. It's Mother's Day, so yeah, I went and had lunch with my mother. I'm fortunate I can do that. If your mother doesn't live close and she's still around, give your mother a call. Reminds me back when my dad was alive. You know, if I was stuck with something or I needed an opinion or maybe an idea, I'd give him a call and say, Dad, I got a question for you. And he'd always say, no, I don't know who your mother is. That's stupid. But anyway, so today I'm going to get after the bed floor support. I've got the steel here, and I've started cutting a couple of pieces. So yeah, we might as well just get right to it, man. Okay, so as far as the rear brace, we know where it goes. I mean, it bolts into slides into the stake pockets and bolts up. So the wood sits on this lip right here, right? So, we're good to go in the back. So the front one, there's a lip that I had bent out on the bottom piece. And on the factory one, there was another lip that came down, and the front brace bolted to that. So what I did was replace that with angle iron. So I've cut the piece already. It's over here, right? So this $1 million angle iron. So the idea being that this and this, I'm trying to do this with one hand, so bear with me, go together like so, being flush on top, right? So, and it's bolted together. And then this would be welded onto the box, like so. It's going to sit on this lip like that. Okay, and we're going to weld it in place, and then the holes will be drilled in the front face of it, and our brace will be sitting flush. So that's where that one goes. So that allows me to figure out the other two braces, because I know that all of them are the same as far as height goes, because this is one of the middle ones, right? It's the same as the front one. So they're all 2 inches high, and just so happens I've got some rectangular tubing here. It's exactly 2 inches high. So I'm going to work with this, and I just have to cut it to length. It would be the same length as this. So I cut 2 pieces, and then once I get my box in place, I can figure out the rest of the support bracket. So that's where I'm at on that. I also got these two more pieces of $1 million angle iron, and once I get this front one in, I could measure in between the 2 front and back braces, figure out how long I need to cut this, cut 2 pieces, and they're going to be tacked onto the box side. So yeah, pretty simple really. So I'm going to get after it and start putting things together. All right, so cleaned all the scale up off the brace. You can see cleaned up pretty good. Drilled all my holes to mount it to the angle iron and the corresponding holes on the angle iron. So this piece here is ready to tack in place to the front of the box, and a couple of bolts put in the brace, and then I can get my measurement for my long lengths of angle iron. So that's where I am. I'm going to set up and tack this in place. Okay, there's my end piece bolted up and welded in. I'm going to weld it underneath after too, when I blow it apart to epoxy it. And that's kind of the rush right now. I've got to get my ass moving. I've got to finish this up today because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I cut my 2 lengths of steel, angle iron, and I've put it in place, clamped it in place. It's flush now, front and back. So we're good there. So I'm going to go ahead, weld this in, and then I just got to figure out my other two crossers. The other piece is also welded up, or cut up, I mean, ready to weld in. So I'll get them both welded in on both sides, and get on the crossers. Then I could take this thing apart, bring it inside. I don't want it to get wet. I mean, it's just gonna, I'd have to go over the whole thing again for surface rust. So yeah, got to get it done today, period. Okay, I hope you can hear me okay with the wind. It's kind of noisy, but not much you can do about the wind. Anyway, here's what I've done. So here's my, my crosser. It's at 1 by 2 inch rectangular tubing. I notched the end of it, and I went in about 1.25 inches, 3/16 deep, so that when I slip it up, under the angle iron, it'll sit flush on top. So, having said that, I did both ends, the same, and I did the other piece as well, and I put this piece in place. Well, I marked this out going by the old frame. I went to the back and measured the truck frame, and I'll show you why I ended up where I was at. But so I clamped it in place. It's nice and flush on top, same as over here, nice and flush, and it's ready to fasten in place. Now I don't want to weld it because I want to be able to unbolt this thing. So what I made up was, I just cut up a couple pieces of that $1 million angle iron. And what I'll do is I'll just, tuck it in up under like that, weld it to the angle iron, and tack it in the back here in the corner. And do the same thing on this side. And then I'll essentially have a pocket for this piece to slide into. And then I'll just run a bolt, I'll drill a hole through here, and bolt it right through all three pieces, and consider it attached. So that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and buzz these pieces in, and I also found my center on the one that's closer to the front. So that doesn't look right. There's something wrong there. Anyway, I'll check it out, double check it. But I'll go over and I'll show you in the frame. Oh. So it's not that critical really, as long as you stay on the flat part of the frame. You want to stay away from, the kick up for the where the rear axle is. So this is one of the holes here, but again, I can't get at it because I boxed in the whole frame rail. So all I'm going to do is weld a tab onto those 2x2 crossers, and I'll weld a tab onto the frame wherever I need to, wherever it lines up, and bolt the two together, and we call it done. So easy peasy, no big deal. So that's where I'm at on that. I'll set up the camera and buzz in those little brackets, and we'll go from there. There's way too much athleticism involved here for me. Yeah. Not as bendy as I used to be. God, it's a horrible weld. What the hell is going on with this thing? Okay, I'll do the same thing on the other side, clean this up a little bit, but yeah, it'll work out okay. It's good, nice and flush, I like it. Oh. All right, so she's all in, and I'm ready to knock this thing down. You know, I was having all kinds of problems with my feed speed and my welder again. I'm gonna start looking around for another one, I think. But anyway, you know, the weatherman was forecasting for smoke from the wildfires in Alberta, 2,200 miles away. And sure enough, it smells like smoke right now. But anyway, I'm gonna knock this thing down. It's already starting to cloud over a bit too, and it's supposed to rain early this morning. Might even rain tonight. It's starting to feel like it. The wind is picking up. So, like I said, I don't want this to get wet. So I'm going to tear it all down and finish cleaning up all the stuff I got to clean up, and then we'll get epoxy on it. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, I didn't realize how late it was. It's almost 7:30, and I've got to get this thing knocked down and put away in the garage. So come on. Ever notice when you're in a hurry, things take twice as long? Okay, one more bolt and that's it. So I'll put this stuff away and back in a bit. Okay, so there you go. It was hot as hell today, man. It was like 82, 83 degrees. So yeah, I'm pretty, I got a little bit too much sun maybe. But whatever. Built up a powerful thirst, I can tell you that. So gonna have a cold one. Yeah, so everything's put away inside the garage now, so it's good. It's supposed to rain in the morning, clear up in the afternoon. So you know, there's some stuff I can do inside. I just got prepping and stuff like that to do to get it all ready to spray an epoxy. I'd like to spray it maybe tomorrow night or Wednesday morning, whatever, around that area. So yeah, all good. I guess I kind of missed the boat on Mother's Day. I should have put that in the last video that was released on Mother's Day, but at least I got to see my mother on Sunday, and hope you did too. So anyway, happy birthday to all the moms out there, or happy Mother's Day. I'm losing it, man. Maybe I got some sunstroke or something. Um, what else? Yeah, I got way too much stuff floating around here. I got to start spraying some stuff and get it out of my way. So that's going to be priority for the next few days. And yeah, um, new subscribers, thank you. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. So just trying to grow the channel and keep things moving along in a positive direction. And that would be a good thing. So, you know, leave comments down below. Love the comments. And I got a few. You may have noticed I did oil up my welding helmet. I had one guy give me shit. Would you please grease that damn thing? I was wondering when somebody was going to bitch about it. It must be irritating as hell, I guess. So, yeah, I did oil it up. It still squeaks a little bit, but not near as bad. And, yeah, if nothing else, you know, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.